I haven't slept properly in weeks because my
What's going on there?
stupid dog. He gets in the bed and he stands in the middle of the bed and then he collapses into me hard. Like he's 60 pounds or so, I don't know, maybe more. I haven't weighed him lately. But I'm like, oh, like knocks me over and I'm like, all right. If I scooch away, he'll scooch into me until we're all the way on the edge. So I can't scooch away because what he wants is to lean into me with all of his weight to know that I've got his back over there. So that lasts until he gets hot though, which doesn't take very long. So then he gets to the floor on the hardwood and he sploots out. That's when the legs stick out the back and he cools his belly off on the hardwood. That's fine. I don't mind. Well, now we're too cold though. Got to hop back in bed with Kyle, collapse into him again. And that happens over and over throughout the night. Sometimes I'm just in the fetal position, basically where my pillows go. Like just there. And he's got the whole rest of the goddamn bed. Is
that so Rocky?
Long. The Rocky is the Malamute. He's the old dog, but Toby is the 1-year-old.
Toby might need a sleep study. Put some sensors on him. He might be a CPAP or even a BPAP dog.
He doesn't snore. He's just, he's active throughout the night. He's keeping watch, making sure that no intruders come and try to mess with me or anything. No ghouls or goblins.
Slip him some edibles. See if he sleeps through the night.
Give him like a melatonin chew that they make for dogs. See if that knocks him out.
You can give him Benadryl. You can just slip that in some cheese.
Yeah, actually, not too much though, or he'll trip.
All jokes aside, they do have. I think you guys told me about it on the show. They
Robo
have,
tripping
like, meds you can give dogs who like freak out or are anxious.
Like CBD.
Yeah.
Xanax.
CBD works. Also, melatonin ones. Like at least like for little.
I blow vape in their little faces before bed, and that usually tones them down pretty good.
Good call.
Oh, yeah.
Use some strong ass shit.
Come over here, Toby. We're gonna shotgun this hit right into your.
He puts his mouth on his nose.
Yeah, but it's like
holding his legs up.
It's that weird shaped dog mouth, so you have to like cover the sides.
So my Malamute had an ear infection, so I took him to the vet, and I was like, "Listen, you're the third vet. I am tired of this. They keep giving me pills and fucking creams and well wishes, and I roll my eyes every time because I know this guy has some like bacteria in his fucking ear that's hurting him, and we're not killing it. We're just like souping it up every time." I was like, "Can we do something different this time? Because I don't want any pills." And she's like, "Let's do a study. Let's do so they sample the bacteria, they send it off to UGA, and they do a culture, and they grow this bacteria, and then they expose it to a huge spectrum of different antibiotics to see which ones are effective against it." I've got the list downstairs, but essentially anything that ends with cillin, resistant. Amoxicillin, penicillin, lots of cillins I'd never heard of. This long list. And she's like, "So we have these drugs we can use that it will respond to," because they've already tested those drugs against that bacteria and killed it in the lab. I could get the thing from downstairs. I'm going to get a soda in a minute, so I'll find out. But whatever it was $35, and they just put I wasn't there when they did it, but she described it as like a gummy bear type thing that they just popped in his ear that stays in there and just dissolves, and it's a 30-day antibacterial treatment for that specific. It's staph. It's what it is. That's what it is. It's staph infection in his ear. So hopefully we get him sorted out because it's pitiful. And then I also asked her, I was like, "Yo, look at his leg while we're at it," because he's got metal showing through his fucking leg, and they don't know what to do about that either. And she's like, "Oh, we'll pop that right the fuck out of there." He's like, "I'll make a cut here, make a cut there." She's like, "Debbie, do we have the drill?" And she's like, "Well, Tammy's got a drill." "All right, well, tell Tammy we're gonna need that drill."
Is it a DeWalt?
It's I swear to God, I made that joke. I was like, I got a DeWalt at home, and they all laughed. She's like, "No, it's a special medical
just
drill."
Slaying at the vet office.
Just murdering.
She shows me the X-ray of what's in his leg, and he's got this long oval-shaped piece of stainless steel along the bone in his leg, and then through it's got screws. And the X-ray had such fidelity that you could tell what kind of screws we were going to be dealing with. She's like, "Look at that. It's a hex screw." She's like, "All right, we know." You could see it so well. It was really cool. So we're going to get his fucking leg operated on as soon as the ear infection clears up.
What are they pulling? Is it just the screws, or are they going to pull
Taking the whole thing out. He's also got a steel rod going all the way through the center of the bone. So I think we're going to take all that shit out.
The steel rod too.
I think so. She said that the bones. She said the bone looks really solid. I think that's the plan, to take it all out.
Yeah, I
could be
think
wrong
that's
about the
pretty
rod,
normal.
but
I've got some
definitely all the other
hardware on
shit.
my leg too, and they're like, for me, they just pulled a couple screws because I guess active people tend to break their screws. They shear them. And my orthopedic surgeon, who I see a lot, is like, I have advanced knowledge of you. You're going to break your screws. So we pulled those out, but he left the plate in place. He's like, we don't pull those unless they cause you trouble.
Yeah. Nice.
But
he's got
Rocky's
this.
having trouble.
Yeah, that thing's got to come out of there. I want him to have more fun. I love those fucking dogs. I'm still thinking about getting another one. I've been looking at dogs. I'm not going to do it. But I've been looking at them.
Dude, so I missed a week. It's been 2 weeks. And I was like, I wonder if Taylor has dogs yet.
Not yet. Not
You've
yet.
resisted.
I've got one narrowed down pretty good, but I'm not sure.
Bichon
if I should
Frigé?
pull the trigger. It's a Bichon. Yeah.
Yeah. I
A
know you
little
them.
like, I think it's like it's like
I'm gonna get into a
10 weeks
bidding
old
war
right now. You're gonna get in a bidding war with me? Well, I'm gonna have to drive out into the middle of. I've been looking at puppies.com, like you told me, trying to find like people with good reviews, and I basically found like very reputable, really, really good breeders that sell like these Bichons for like $2,000, but that's fucking $2,000. And then there's other Bichons that still look pretty good for like $800. And so
let me just say, I don't care where they came from.
Out.
So here's what's important to me. I want them to have the 1 year genetic fucking flaw guarantee.
They all have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Once we got that, I don't care. Like, as long as I don't get there and it's just like a torture factory or some shit. I want to go to a residence where they had a litter of puppies. That's usually that's how when I bought Toby, it was like a household with children and shit where they had a litter of puppies. It wasn't like a farm where they, milled
that's what
puppies.
that's what the $800 one seems to be, is like more of a family thing they're doing. And so either way, I'm gonna have to drive like fucking 3 hours into the middle of Missouri.
I'm on a different page. I'm not sure I'm right, but I want one from like a champion bloodline. And it's not that I give a shit about championship or dog shows or anything like that. It's that dogs that come from a championship bloodline are like, these are dog enthusiasts trying to create the master dog. And health is a big part. It depends on the breed, I guess. Like if we're a bulldog, maybe I'm making a mistake. But if it's, I know in the Great Dane world, like they go really crazy on trying to get these like healthy, personable, great dogs. And when we bought our dogs from backyard breeders, they were yellow labs.
Mm-hmm.
They both had hip problems, and they weren't
common.
It's common in yellow labs, but I wonder if I had gone the whole championship route, if they would have been healthier stock.
Maybe that.
And my experience is, and I won't back off of this, that the purchase price of the dog is a pretty small piece of the ownership puzzle. And like, I don't know how much Rocky cost, but I think that he's falling into the pattern that
I think he might have been free.
Not anymore.
He's like, no, I'm a couple grand in Rocky. He's a big boy. All right. Rocky's fucking gonna have surgeries and operations and special diets and
right.
Shit. They want
but I bet if you bought him for $2,000 and he was perfect, he'd be cheaper.
Yeah, for sure. But when I bought Rocky, I knew he was fucked up because he was in there. I've
done that too.
Fucked up. I was thinking about you the other day because as I do this little puppy search or whatever, Woody, I find these Great Dane crossbreeds that are on there, and they're fascinating because I like to see what you get when you mix A and B together. That C could be all sorts of crazy stuff. So they're mixing them with like big dogs, like Irish wolfhounds and stuff, and like fuzzier dogs and longer haired dogs, and it's real cool to see what comes out. The dogs that I'm most interested in are all those weird crossbreeds, like Pomskis, half Pomeranian, half Husky. They're so fucking cute.
Taylor has me convinced that a Great Daner doodle. I want to see it. What's that look like? I made that up. I don't know if it's a thing.
I want to see that. A Great Doodle.
I bet it would improve it. Mixing poodles with most dogs makes them better.
Yeah.
Like, they're cuter. They're
gonna get a step ladder for that young man. getting that Great Dane poon. I don't want to see where some of those dogs come from because they had to put that little tyke up there and like make him
poodles are pretty big,
like that.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, poodles are pretty, like a real poodle is a standard poodle is not a small dog. Like it's a
Yeah.
mid-size.
80 pounds? Sound right?
Maybe not quite that big.
Oh, look at
but,
that motherfucker.
What is
That's an
he?
Irish
That's-
wolfhound.
I think it
right?
might be a wolfhound Great Dane. Like that might be why he pulled
It's a
it
big
up.
boy.
A Dane
It's a
Doodle.
Dane Doodle.
Oh.
Oh, that's a Dane Doodle?
That's a great
That's a
doodle.
cool look. That is a cool looking dog. You should do that next.
My dogs are way cooler looking than that one.
But this one won't. This one won't
Oh,
shed.
shit.
He'll take smaller poops.
You should get a black lab, and then you could have its hair all over your house.
Yes.
Is that
that
You
what-
bring
is
it
that what-
everywhere you go too.
Is that what you have,
from-
Chris? That's been walking around behind you, a black lab.
It's a little mix, so he's like a little black lab, but
That's
he's
all right. This is just a Great Dane with fuzzy face. That's cute. That's cute
that looks like
shit.
it sheds.
Look,
That
he's
looks
got
like
his
it
like ass
shits.
up on the couch, but he's just touching the ground with his feet, like the
Uh-huh.
big dogs do.
I
That's fun.
Don't know for
Optimal
sure
food.
if he sheds, but oftentimes the reason that you crossbreed with a doodle is they don't shed.
Oh,
And
what
they're
happened to that one?
hypoallergenic. He's just sad.
It looks like he's got. It looks like he's got some sort of Bell's palsy or something.
He needs a hug, man. That Great Danes hug. If you walk up and hug that dog, he will put his head down on the back of your shoulder.
He
That
hugs you.
dog's had a stroke. He is so scared right now.